Welcome everyone to Jagged Alliance Flashback. My name is Chris and I am going to be your guide on the wonderful islands of San Hermanos. As you can see, I am recording this in the morning. The title screen changes dependent on your time of day, which is in my opinion a really cool little feature. Since I expect most of you to want to skip this video is just going to contain the tutorial, including an introduction to the story, plus the questionnaire for the IMP character. After that I'm going to fiddle a bit off screen with my IMP creation and start with my finished IMP in the second episode. So if you want to jump right into the game, you can just skip to that right away. So without further ado, let's start the tutorial. September 1988. The ruthless smuggler and arms dealer, who dubbed himself the Prince, rules the small island nation of San Hermanos with an iron fist. Rumors of a new superdrug in San Hermanos has alerted the United States. An invasion of San Hermanos by the US is not an option because it would be a diplomatic catastrophe to send in troops. Another way had to be found in order to deal with the Prince. The oppressed people of San Hermanos had little hope for a better future until an uprising started to gain momentum. The Prince decided he needed to crush this rebellion and succeeded in capturing the rebel leader, Marion Shiro, and has sentenced her to death. That does look like she needs some help. The United States saw the opportunity to intervene and sent in a small CIA strike team. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to break Marion Shiro out of prison before her execution and provide her with aid. So, like the mercenary, I already know all of those. Let's get into it. I did mod my game a little bit.
Roger.
But I am going to
Copy
talk a bit more about that in the next video when I expect everyone to be watching.
Roger.
There are a couple of issues
Roger that.
when getting your people through doors. Yes, I already know all of those.
Someone or
No, it's not a problem anymore because we're turn-based anyway.
Sighting.
Let's see whether we can get rid of that guy quickly. He should still have... His AP is actually wrong. Need to report that. It says in the description, but if you hover over it and keep shooting until out of AP, it tells you an AP cost, which is wrong. Let's get those guys a little bit closer. I should have moved him out of the way first, of course.
Acknowledge. Yeah.
Sometimes you keep a couple of AP. Maybe it's just when the enemy dies. Need to check that. Need to test that.
Got it. Ready.
Okay, let's take him into interrupt mode. Actually, as well.
Someone or something just made a noise.
There he is, and we need at least 16 AP, I guess. But it can use more than that.
Looking good.
So, I'm not sure what's
someone or something just made a noise.
To deal with that would be... Oh, that guy didn't drop anything.
Roger.
Let's see. Bulletproof vest sounds good. Bring it on me. And let's see what's in here.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, walk around, that's fine. Help the squad. Something in there. Military scarf. Okay, armor 1. And some adrenaline boosts. Okay. Ultimate. They give energy. I have these nice little boosters in the game. Haven't really used them yet because they are new. Well, haven't used them at all yet. Okay, got everything there. What's in those? Headset. Yeah, let's just go to squad. I'll move these back. Right. Why can't he select that? Careful, we have a weapon, but it's worse than our current one. So let's just put everyone into squad.
Acknowledge.
That's a bit... doesn't quite work quite shit yet. And a combat knife. That should be better than our knife. Yes. Let's equip that. And put that in the squad inventory.
Roger.
See again. So you can't select boxes when you're right next to them apparently.
Leave it to me.
I need to have that looked at, but I better think someone reported it already.
Roger. Acknowledge. Roger. Let's get them.
No, don't walk all the way around. I see not selected anymore. Come on, come back in.
Roger that. Leave it to me.
That's really annoying. Oh well. In the prison especially. It's not so bad anywhere else.
Not one.
Nice.
Every felon on this block has been dealt with. We can move out.
Yeah, didn't have enough space to get anyone else in here anyway. So I think it was fine to just use auto fire. Let's see what's in here.
Got it.
Ooh, that one looks nice. Shotgun, I guess. Yep. It's great at low, close range. Grenade. Another headset. Some more ammo. Not a squad. Should I put that on one of them? Need to be really close for it. To be better than the currently equipped weapon. I guess. That here. And some leg armor. With the quick slot, very nice. Oh, now I can use both of those right away. Without having to switch. Really nice.
Roger. Leave it to me. Acknowledge.
Move on to the next building. Yeah. Did that.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
Acknowledge.
In here. I know someone was at the door while I gave you that command.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Roger that. Copy that. Roger.
Does work eventually if you keep on clicking. Okay, who had that flashbang grenade?
Awaiting orders.
You did, if I remember correctly. Yes. So let's use that.
Got it.
Everyone close first.
Acknowledge. Ready. Awaiting orders. Got it.
I really hope they
Awaiting
are
orders.
going to make those angles you turn the camera with moddable. I suggested it. And thread in the rooms.
Roger.
And let's see what that shotgun can do. Not that much yet. They're going to improve them really soon.
Roger.
Get him out of the way.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Leave it to me.
we'll get in here and yeah, just not enough for auto fire because he has to turn.
Did good.
First.
Every felon on this block has
Good
been
job.
dealt with. We can move out.
I won't tell you anything. Do your worst. We are here to get you out. You are Marine Shiro, right? Huh? What? Who are you? Look, we don't have time to chat. All you need to know is that we are here to help you. I can't go anywhere like this. They've been cutting me up pretty bad. I'd bleed to death. But they still didn't get anything from me. Okay, we'll bandage you up and then head out. Okay, let's see. Who has a bandage? Yes, I know about healing. I think you can deactivate those, but I want to keep them on in case you want to pause the video to read them. Marion won't bleed to death now. Keep her alive. There are several troops coming in from the front gate. Go to the courtyard and kill them. The soldier you killed in the torture chamber had a grenade. Consider using it to deal with the group outside.
Someone or something just made a noise.
Marion, you know what? You get the grenade, and you get that weapon. Oh, I could use some armor for you, but I didn't get very lucky with the drops this time.
Roger that.
Okay,
Copy
guys, get your ass over here.
Copy that. Hear ya. Roger that. Yeah.
Okay, now let's see who has grenades.
Uh-huh.
Marion and
Yes.
you. Whooped up, please.
Roger that.
Marion, close. Oops.
Someone or
saw them.
something just made a noise.
Or rather, they saw her.
Ready.
Let's get
Give it
you
to
over
me.
here. Whoa, those guys are damn close already. Okay. Nice!
Every felon on this
All
block
of
has been
them
dealt
at
with.
once.
We can move out.
Really nice. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the tutorial and rescued Marion. Yeah! What I'm going to do now is take the IMP test that is going to give me my first merc. Of course, you can also just skip to the next episode. Then I'm going to take a couple of seconds to explain my choices for the IMP. Top Secret. Institute for Mercenary Profiling, IMP. Dear volunteer, on behalf of everyone at IMP, we thank you for taking part in our experimental aptitude test. This test will unveil your hidden skills through a series of calculated questions and will assure that you know your strengths and weaknesses for future assignments. Answer each question honestly and your true potential will be unlocked. Regards, IMP. Approximate completion time 10 minutes. IMP takes no responsibility for any psychological issues due to testing. Well, I really hope a couple of questions are not gonna cause any psychological issues. You have been volunteered by the CIA, and any complaints should be directed to your handler. You can just start with a default mark, but I'm going to take the test, of course. You head to your favorite local bar for a few beers. It is unusually packed full of people, but you go up and order your beer anyway. As you take your first sip, the whole bar erupts into a massive free-for-all brawl. What do? You've always been small and can easily avoid notice. You grab your beer and sneak out before anyone notices you. You came out to have a good time. All the chaos around you doesn't seem to bother you in the least, and you continue to drink your beer. You grew up with 7 older brothers. You know where to hit to inflict maximum damage. You forget about your beer and attack everyone that gets close to you. You've always abhorred violence. You go behind a bar and wait for the brawl to die down. When it's all over, you use a first aid kit to help everyone who is still in the bar. Well, we are having a really good time, so how about we just keep drinking our beer? Growing up, you had a strange fascination with all types of animals. You liked all animals, but there was one that stood out as your favorite. What was your favorite animal? Bengal tigers, rabid squirrels, bald eagles, Mongolian giraffes, or North American beavers? Well, tigers and squirrels are nice and all, but come on, what's cooler than a giraffe? You are on a cruise ship when it suddenly starts sinking. You can see an island on the horizon, but no way to tell if it is inhabited. You only have a few seconds to choose what to take with you and escape on the last lifeboat. What do you grab on your way to the lifeboat? Nothing. Make all haste to the lifeboat. You run past the buffet table and stuff your pockets with as much food as you can carry. Lifeboat? Who needs a lifeboat? You'd rather swim than spend time with the people already sitting in the last lifeboat. Daisy, the gorgeous blonde bartender who is standing frozen with shock. Well, maybe if it was a male bartender, but I guess I'm gonna take some food. Congratulations, you have just won the lottery. Yay! Your bank account now shows a balance of $354,001. What do you do with your winnings? Donate all $354 million to charity. You have a full-time job at Burger Shack, you'll be okay. Buy a small island where you can start your plans for world domination. You quit your job and start traveling around the world. No luggage necessary, you'll buy new things wherever you go. You have a sharp mind for financials. You invest the money for future rewards. Well, who hasn't dreamt of stepping in the footsteps of Pinky and the Brain? Come on, of course I'm gonna choose world domination, there's just no other choice. Hidden away in the far corner of the attic of a haunted house, you discover a time machine. It has a user manual and looks to be fully operational. How do you use the time machine? Travel back in time to the medieval ages. You've always wanted to experience the life there. Travel 2000 years into the future. Have humans finally colonized Mars? Is space travel a daily occurrence? Follow in the footsteps of your favorite TV show and become the real-life version of Doctor Who. Dismantle the time machine. No good can come from messing with the space-time continuum. You are a lunatic. You rig the machine to blow the next time it starts up. Then you advertise the location in the local newspaper and wait for the fireworks. Well, I would love to see how Mars 1 is gonna turn out, and it would certainly be fun to grab myself a couple of companions and basically become Doctor Who. But despite me not being a lunatic, come on, it's just common sense. People need to be warned about how dangerous this machine can be, and they need to see it for themselves. I have to rig it. You're not leaving me much choice here, game. You are commanded to extract information from a prisoner. Use any means necessary to get the prisoner talking. How will you achieve this? Gain his trust by staging a prison break. Run through the corridors, guns blazing, killing all other guards. Last, it's raining men repeatedly over the loudspeakers placed in his cell until he cracks. You've studied torture from every time period and culture. Put these techniques to good use and get him talking quickly. Buy him a delicious medium well-done steak with a side of vegetables and a baked potato. Ask him nicely, believing everything he says. Play good cop, bad cop. You are both and switch personalities every time you turn your back to him. Well, this does contain some pretty interesting techniques, but come on, we all know torture doesn't work. And I really believe that being nice to people is usually the best way, so let's just buy him that steak. You live in a quiet neighborhood, but recently someone has started walking around the street blaring bad music on their boombox. You're enjoying a good cup of coffee in the morning silence when they come out and start walking. As they are about to walk by your house, you grab the shotgun next to you on the porch and start shooting until the boombox is no more. Watch in silence as he takes a few more steps and triggers the trap you have laid. A loud boom, and then the morning silence returns a few seconds later. Sprint straight at him, using all of your momentum and wait to throw a knockout punch. Then drag the body and the boombox to a hole you dug last night. Quickly put in a pair of earplugs and continue to drink that refreshing cup of coffee. It's a good morning. Well, why should I let a great morning be ruined by some idiot? Go to class and take your normal seat towards the rear of the classroom. When the teacher arrives, she hands out an exam. You did not study and have no clue what the test is on. What do you do? Since you left your glasses at home and are nearsighted, make up random comical answers. Hopefully the teacher will be impressed with your creativity. Peer over the shoulders of the students in front of you and copy their answers. Luckily, your best friends are in class with you. They tap out the answers with their feet in the pre-arranged code you devised. While distracting your teacher, skillfully swap out your test for a bought copy with the correct answers. Buying a copy? Come on, have at least some style if you're gonna cheat. Copying from other students? Well, at least that takes some work. No, of course I'm gonna have a pre-arranged code with my friends. If I'm going to cheat, I'm going to cheat with style. You go into the bank to deposit some money. While waiting in line, a group of masked men with guns rush in. They start yelling for everyone to get down and shut up. Do you? Let the robbery run its course. When the robbers leave, follow them to their hideout and take them out, ninja style. Stand up for yourself and others. When one of the robbers approaches you, disarm him and use his gun to kill the rest of the robbers. Join them. This was your plan from the start. Take all the cash from the vault and before leaving, lock everyone inside. You notice their guns wobble a bit. They are using fake rubber guns. Start laughing maniacally and walk out of the bank. Well, we do have the skills, so why not help everyone in the bank? Let's just kill these damn robbers. A zombie apocalypse has finally arrived. It is still in the early stages of the pandemic, so there's time to prepare. What is your plan for survival? Safety in numbers. Find the largest group of people you can and tag along. Food, health and shelter. Gather food, medical supplies and turn your trailer house into a fortress. Weapons, weapons, weapons. It all comes down to how much firepower you have. Shotguns, grenades and sledgehammer are your top priority. The zombies have killed your dog. Fuck the zombies, it's time to go hunting. Why prolong the inevitable? Start screaming at the top of your lungs to attract any nearby zombies and let them convert you. Well, everybody should have a really solid plan for the zombie apocalypse, and mine of course consists of weapons, weapons, and you might have guessed it, weapons. You love going to carnivals. The only problem is that you are terrified of one of the attractions. What is it that makes you piss your pants? The haunted house is so very dark, and things jump at you. How does anyone like it? Merry-go-rounds. These inanimate horses stare at you while mocking you with their prancing. The BB gun shooting star. You can't aim with everyone watching you, and failing is your biggest fear ever. Fortune tellers and palm readers. It is totally creepy how they can see into your future and predict what is to come. Well, I do have a bit of a social phobia, so this one is actually kind of fitting. Let's go with the BB gun shooting star. You are on a dating show as one of 3 contestants. You are behind door number 2, between the other 2 contestants. You are asked, what do you consider a romantic evening? Don't answer? Show them. Shoot the other 2 contestants, steal the date, and run for the Empire State Building, just like King Kong. Having a homemade dinner with wine. Afterwards, softly listening to Barry White's Can't Get Enough of Your Love Babe while playing doctor. Well, I'm not great at cooking and I'm not really a fan of Barry White, so probably not. Reply with something generic. It doesn't matter. You are going to knock out the winner and take their place if you are not chosen. You peek through the door to discover your potential date. They look to be a mix between a troll and an overgrown Bigfoot. You run for your life. I'm not gonna let anyone take this away from me. If necessary, I'm gonna knock out the other contestants. So I did get what I actually did not want to get. With the same answers, you seem to have about a 50-50 chance to get this or what I really want. Although naive with its increased morale pool isn't bad, I do prefer something else instead of it. And I'm going to do the test again with the same answers to get what I want. I am going to cut to that in a second. For some reason the game loves to give you naive. Each answer gives you the chance to 3 perks. Even if naive is only an option in one of your 12 answers, you still seem to have a pretty high chance of getting it. And now I got what I want. Spray and Pray. Accuracy bonus 10 when shooting automatic burst fire. Team player, never accidentally shoot your own teammates. Maniac, burst 2 extra bullets with SMGs. Aim for the stars. Longer range for guns, +2. You always get the perks in this order if you do those questions like that. I don't quite know why. It seems to be that the ones more chosen are more in the front, but team player is the one I chose the most, and for some reason it ended up in 2nd place. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Anyway, I'm now going to figure this here out, and once I have made my merc, I am going to see you in the next episode with the finished IMP character. See you then, bye bye!